Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour.
Une question, s'il vous plaît.
Oh, oui, oui.
Kimchi fried rice ou bibimbap?
Oh. Je voudrais le bibimbap.
Bibimbap.
Bibimbap,
Okay.
s'il vous plaît.
Bibimbap ou bulgogi?
Oh, j'adore le bulgogi. Oui, oui.
Bulgogi ou tteokbokki?
Oh, tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki. Oh, très bien. Tteokbokki ou japchae?
Oh, tteokbokki.
Tteokbokki. Tteokbokki ou samgyeopsal?
Oh, non. Oh, j'adore le both.
Le both.
J'adore le both. Samgyeopsal.
Samgyeopsal ou
Oui.
sundubu jjigae?
Oh, sundubu jjigae. Oh, samgyeopsal.
Samgyeopsal. Samgyeopsal ou kimbap?
Oh, j'adore le kimbap.
Kimbap ou kimchi jjigae?
Oh, kimchi jjigae, s'il vous plaît.
Kimchi jjigae ou hemolpejeon?
Hemolpejeon. Oh, kimchi jjigae.
Kimchi
Monsieur.
jjigae est le... How do you say winner in French?
Oh, le champion.
Le champion! Oui,
Le champion.
oui.
This is the GrassTooth podcast.
So, my missus has a new piece of equipment which she bought herself the other week.
Yeah.
It's a brand called Dyson,
Yeah.
and the product is an Airwrap. Have you come across a Dyson Airwrap before?
I've heard of it recently.
Yeah.
Is it just a glorified hair straightener?
It really is. Like,
Yeah.
listen, it's a £500 piece of kit,
Right.
right? 500 squids.
Yeah.
And I'm all for treat yourself, you know. There's nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah.
But it literally is it's a hairdryer, a hair curler, and 3 little other things that you can kind of clip on.
What are those other things though?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But I'm sure it's something to do with your hair.
Right.
That's all I know. Right?
Mm.
But yeah, she's got one. She's got the blue blush limited edition. She wanted me to mention
Blue
that.
blush the colour.
I think it's
Okay.
a blue one, and I think it probably looks the best, right? But yeah, it's just the way I've seen her use it, and the way it clips on, like everything just works together. Like if you want to change it, you just take one bit out and put another bit in.
Very ergonomic.
It's pretty much a transformer. It's it's an Autobot for women's beauty. That's
Right.
basically what it is.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's I don't know. I think the dilemma I'm having is this worth £500, right?
Right.
Is this something that you'd potentially want to use at any point, or? For your beard.
I thought we'd got past this.
No, for your beard.
For my beard,
For
yeah.
your beard,
For my
yeah.
beard,
Because
okay.
your beard could do with a bit of curling, maybe.
What's wrong with my beard?
No, just go with a Captain Jack Sparrow type of vibe.
Ooh,
That'd be a good look for you
nice,
for
yeah.
Christmas, no?
So like I've got like the Davy Jones thing going right now.
Mm.
You know, just I want all the little tentacles. just
Yeah,
like-
yeah.
But yeah, it could do. As in,
You do
like, I don't know if I'm the sort of person that would spend time on it.
Right.
Just let it grow, like Elsa once said.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
I ruined a Christmas surprise for someone because my cousin was asked her other cousin, as in her sister, what are you getting for me for Christmas? And I just went, what's it called?
It's an airbender. No, Airwrap. No, Airwrap.
Dyson
Dyson Airbender.
Airwrap. I just went Dyson Airwrap. And she just looked at me like, why would you just ruin it? And I had no idea.
Yeah.
But I think this is like on the top of a lot of people's Christmas lists.
It's a big thing, right?
Yeah.
And
When was it released? Do you know?
I have no idea. Probably like a few months ago, maybe.
So
but like, I've given her a lot of grief, but I've come to the point where I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. You know, if you want it and you've paid good money for it, maybe it's worth it, right?
As in, I don't know if I should endorse Dyson, but I feel like their products are all pretty solid.
Dyson's probably like the leading brand in this sort of area, right? So yeah,
As in, I don't know if they've got
it.
into like hair products before, but
You're right. Actually,
there's the vacuums.
the vacuum. They've got good vacuums.
The hand dryers, they're great.
The Dyson hand dryers.
You know that
in the toilets. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They like what's the word? Innovated so much.
They're like the leading edge,
yeah,
cutting edge technology over there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean,
You just take the hand dryer, like, you know, the physics behind that, turn it into a hairdryer. Just turn it up a bit. Yeah. Why don't you just tell her to go to the toilets and just stick her head in the...
Do you want me to say that to her?
Don't say it. She gets very angry sometimes.
Yes, she does. But it made me think, like, how much do you and I actually know much about women's beauty products? Because I looked in this when I first saw it. As I told you, I've now come around it a bit, and now I'm like, you know what, fair enough. But when I first saw it, I'm just like, it just looks like a fat wand, right? And I'm just like, why would you pay £500 for this, right? But do you know much about women's beauty? Because I don't really know much about it, and maybe I'm coming from a place of ignorance.
Maybe the basics.
Okay,
like it's a very broad thing. To be honest, I don't even know much about like men's beauty. Right. Same,
yeah. I don't think men do beauty.
No, they definitely do.
As in some men do. I don't think most men do though. I mean, the limit, the basics of my beauty is just moisturizer. Yeah. I wash my face with water, nothing else, just pure water, because water's the best. And
you don't use soap on your face?
I don't use soap on my face, man. Okay. But for that reason, I think my skin's pretty okay.
Right. Yeah.
And I think it's because I don't use chemicals.
Yeah.
Whereas a lot of women use a lot of chemicals, right? Weirdly enough, they use it to make their skin better, but ultimately they're just putting so much chemicals on their face. Sometimes it might make it worse. I don't know. I'm not a face nutritionist.
Yeah. He's not telling you what to do.
I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, like, just do the mathematics over there, right?
If you want glowing, beautiful skin like Yonny has it, maybe go for an all-natural skin diet.
Just water.
Just water. Just hydrate that.
Actually, I do have a fact. I'm kind of going off script here. Do you know Salma Hayek?
Yeah,
Salma
Hayek. Know Salma Hayek.
Do you know what her skin's fantastic? Do you know what she said as a tip?
What did she say?
She said, when you wake up, don't wash your face, because your face produces healthy oils whilst you're sleeping, because that's when you're relaxed, and that beautiful oil that's in your skin that makes your skin glow. Don't wash it in the morning.
She got a dirty face in the morning.
She might have a creamy face in the morning.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's just a quick tip there from me. But yeah, you know, going back to women's beauty products, I wanted to show you some beauty products that I found, right? Yeah. And I want you to tell me what you think they're used. They're used.
I was so scared you were going to say this.
Yeah, so I'm going to give you a few, and I want you to just have a quick look and just tell me what you think they are. So the first one, have a look at this.
Oh yeah, this is a...
What is that?
That's a...
What is that? Tell me. Tell me what that is right now. Have a deep look.
That's the thing you put a candle on. So you light
candelabra.
it. So you've got a candle.
It's a candelabra.
Yeah. It's a chandelier, mini chandelier.
Okay. Should I tell you what? It's not too bad of a
guess.
Of a guess, yeah. I mean, you definitely do put something in there.
But what would you put in that? Your fingers. Your fingers.
Have another look. Yeah. What do you think?
You put your fingers in there, and then from like the natural sweat on the fingertips, it just gets hydrated.
Fair enough.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
It's so you do put your fingers through there. These are nail polish holder rings.
Nail polish.
So what you do is you put your two fingers through the holes.
You see, I wouldn't have put it in there.
Oh,
it's not.
Oh, okay. Would put it in through the top.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're meant to put your two fingers through there,
right?
And then you put your nail polish like tub or bottle
in
the little thingy.
Okay, and then
you just do it. And then
that's extra. That's so extra. If you have this, lots of judgment for you.
Really?
Yeah, I'm judging you.
So if I whip this up right now and I tried to paint my nails, what would you say?
I'd be like, why do you need it? Just put it on the table.
Yes, you're right. So extra.
So extra.
Just like the Dyson Airbender, just so extra.
Use an apple. Just put your fingers on there if you have to.
Use an apple. Fair enough. The next item. Have a look at this one, son. What does this look like?
Oh, I know this.
What's that?
This good old thing.
What is it? Tell us.
So basically, instead of using fake blush, right, you use this. It's called the Slapathon 5000. Just slap yourself on the face a couple of times.
It's a self-inflicting
blush.
Blush.
Yeah.
So, okay. So a blush is something you put on delicately on your face,
Well, you don't
and you're
need
meant
that.
to like almost paint yourself. You actually just chuck it onto this glove-looking thing.
No. You don't need blush because it will redden your cheeks for you. Cause you
use your natural blush.
exactly.
Right.
Yeah. What is
Yeah, that's not the answer, man. This is a Diva Curl hairdryer diffuser. Okay, it's basically something you attach to a hairdryer, like the
Right.
Dyson Airwrap.
Yeah.
You attach it on, and then you use it for your hair, and it makes it like curly and non-frizzy. Yeah, preventing frizz, and it gives it a curly look. So
How does it do that?
because it's curled. You just put it on, like you attach it at the end of a hairdryer,
Right.
and then as you're drying your hair, as it's using the heat to manipulate
But like,
your hair.
would you run those fingers through?
Yeah, you just like,
Okay, fine.
I guess. Listen, I'm not an expert. Okay. I don't know, my friend.
I'm not an expert either, guys.
Yeah. Oh, hey, hey, come on, buddy. All right, this one. What is that?
Okay. I know those. What are they called? The jade rollers.
Jade rollers.
Do you know what they're called?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It's that, but like a metal version.
A metal version. So where would you use this?
On your face.
On your face. I mean, that's a really good answer.
Why is it
'Cause
completely
you're right.
wrong?
No, you're right.
Okay, fine.
It's a new face mini facial toning device. It emits low voltage currents.
Yeah,
Which,
electrocute your
it
face.
electrocutes your face,
for the great beauty.
which stimulates collagen and elastin production, which is good for repairing skin and good for wrinkles and stuff.
Sounds tasty.
Is this something you'd want to use for yourself or
On my scalp, maybe.
on your scalp? What about your face, my friend?
I don't know about electrocuting my face.
Mm.
We'll try it. I'll always try
I might
everything.
actually buy this
For yourself?
on the Christmas sale, and no, not for myself, for you. We'll use it on in a couple of weeks' time.
Okay.
Yeah, on that,
Yeah,
on
let's
that
do
episode.
it. Yeah. I'll just be electrocuting my face every 5 minutes.
And then I'll get the hairdryer diffuser as well, and I'll slap you, and we'll see if it reddens your skin. How about that? Does that work? Or
That sounds like a great idea.
Okay. Last but not least, have a look at these things.
These bad boys.
Beauties. Look at those.
These are AirPods, bro. So I'm making
When I first saw these, I thought they were maracas. Pair of maracas.
I need
Have
like
a
a scale. Like, I don't know how big these are. I'm not going to read. I was going to read the little thing, but it doesn't even help. This is a crack pipe.
A crack pipe. I like the AirPods, guess. I think that's pretty good. These are Revolution Beauty facial globes.
Okay.
They're chill, so they're meant to be cold.
Oh, you put these are
And
the
then you
fridge
put them
stuff.
on your face, and it just reduces puffiness and makes your face cool. So that's what they do.
Just stick your head in the fridge.
Why not? Reduces puffiness.
Mm.
All right, so I think that
like apart from the jokey answers, do you reckon I had a pretty decent grasp?
I think so. I mean, to be honest, with actually no, I was going to say with most of them, you knew which parts of the body they're used for, but you didn't. You only knew for one.
No, I know the finger one. I knew the face ones.
Oh, the finger one, maybe. No,
Which
you
one
said,
didn't
you
I
said
know?
you stick a candle in it.
Yeah, but it's like instead of a candle,
You put your fingers through. That's okay, fine.
You put a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got the diffuser wrong. You said that's for your face.
Yeah, I had no idea. That didn't even make sense.
And the last one you said were a couple of AirPods, so they're for your ears. That's what you're kind of
It's next to your
implying.
face.
It's next to your face. Fair enough. I'll give you 1 out of 4 for that.
I'll take it.
1 out of 4.
Very happily.
So we're both. Well, you're an expert in women's beauty. Hit 'em up, kids.
Speaking of, as in, have you got more to say, sir?
No, that's all.
Speaking of AirPods, though, I've got a little story to tell you, and I want your thoughts on it. Okay. So let's say me and you are chilling, right? And we go. You're like, oh, Gopi, I need to go to the gym. Yeah. But I don't have any earphones. Can I borrow your AirPods? And I'm like, okay, sure. And I give you my AirPods, right?
Okay.
Take them to the gym. Have your little, listen to your twee. That's what you listen to, right?
I suppose.
The boy's a liar. You're doing your chest workout. Boy's a liar. You come back, and I'm sitting here, and what you do is you leave the AirPods on the table, right? And you leave.
Yeah.
Don't even say a thanks.
Yeah.
Just leave.
Mm-hmm.
I was like doing other stuff. I didn't even notice the AirPods were on the table.
Mm-hmm.
But after I said bye to you. You leave.
Mm-hmm.
Then I see the AirPods are on the table.
Right.
You haven't left.
Mm-hmm.
You're still in the area. Like, you're still close by.
Okay, but you're just not in the house. I'm in the vicinity.
Maybe you've gone to the toilet.
Oh, okay, fine.
I see the AirPods on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Turn away, and I like go about my day, go to sleep.
Mm.
Come back the next morning.
Right.
The AirPods aren't there.
Oh, okay.
Now, I ask you, and you tell me, I can't remember.
Okay.
Can't remember what happened.
Right.
And I tell you, I saw you leave the AirPods there.
Yeah.
As in, I saw them on the table.
Mm.
Now, what would you say if I told you to reimburse me for the AirPods?
Shall I tell you, weirdly,
Yeah.
this has happened to me. This exact situation has happened to me.
As in,
pretty much.
Which person were you? Like,
I was the one that borrowed the.
You borrowed the AirPods,
but I didn't borrow them. I just had them in my possession. I didn't use them, but I just had them in my possession.
Right. Okay. Go on. What was the story?
It's very similar in terms of I didn't use them to use them at a gym or anything. I just had them in my possession because the other person in question wanted me to just keep them safe, right? So I had them in my possession, right, in my jacket, and then I took it out at that person's home, and I left it on the table.
Wow!
I literally left it on one of the dining room table,
right.
And they knew I put it on there, and they've seen the AirPods.
Yeah,
I was like, I just put it on the table, and they saw it, and then they suddenly just went missing.
Yeah,
and they were just like, I mean, obviously they didn't tell me to reimburse for it, but they were like, where did you put them and stuff?
Right.
And it was a battle of me saying, yeah, but you saw them there.
Right.
Like, it's no longer my responsibility.
Yeah.
So I've been in maybe not the exact same, but a very, very similar situation.
So if that person then turned around and said, pay for them,
reimburse me.
Yeah.
I'll be like, I'll give you a slap. Like, who do you think you are? Like, are you alright? Why would I pay for something? They're there. I've left them there, and you've seen them. You've acknowledged them. You've acknowledged its presence there. It's not just me saying I put it there and them going okay and just believing me. They've seen it themselves. If it's that important to them, they could have picked it up and put it somewhere safe.
Exactly. That's the thing. It's the thing that they didn't pick it up. Like if it's something that means that much to you, you see it. You just pick it up instantly, right? Wow. I'm glad you're on the same page.
If you think the desk, like a table, like surely you left it, right? Because a table is a safe place to put it, right? If they put it somewhere where it could easily get lost, then you'd pick it up, right? Straight away. But someone's left it on the table, you've seen it on the table, and you don't do anything about it.
So what the issue that the lender of the AirPods, what the issue is I gave you the AirPods in your hand.
Right.
So you should have returned it in my hand. That's just like a hand-to-hand, hand-to-hand transaction. So until it is back in my hand,
right,
that transaction is not complete.
But I don't understand that. I've put it in your possession. I put it somewhere very close to you where you can just put your hand out and take it. Like, and it's safe. I didn't put it in a random location. That's disrespectful,
though, isn't it?
It's not disrespectful. Yeah. It's definitely not disrespectful, man. Like, if you really wanted it yourself, you could just ask me to put it in your hands, and I would have given it back to you.
Would you have?
I would have. Yeah.
Pick it up.
Yeah.
Give it to me in my hand.
Yeah.
Bro.
If they went on a little power trip,
I would not.
If they did, I'd be like,
they're there. I'm walking away now.
Is that what you do?
That's what I do. I ain't doing.
It depends on the situation. It depends on who it is. It depends on who it is.
It does depend on who it is.
If it's someone more powerful than me, then oh yeah, here you go. Here you go. Take it. Sorry. Put it in your hand, please.
That's wild. That this story. So what happened to the AirPods in your story?
They were eventually found.
Right.
They were found, and I was heartbroken because it felt like I was the criminal. Yeah, I was accused. I was the criminal.
Yeah.
But I've done what I can to make sure that it comes back in your safe possession. Also, because I think the difference is with me, I didn't ask for it to borrow it. Right. I was asked to protect it, which I did.
Yeah.
I was doing a favor. And I think that's what hurt more. So if you're watching this and you know who you are, the person I'm talking about, you know who you are. I'm just happy you got your AirPods back. That's all I'm saying. Well done.
Person that the lender later found the AirPods in her bed.
In her bed.
She'd picked it up, put it in, like taken it to bed with her, and then forgot.
And did she say anything to you?
She as soon as she found them, she showed them to me, and I was like,
But did she say anything else?
no, I wasn't person B.
Oh, you're not part of this.
No,
Oh,
I have nothing to do with this. I'm just a
you're
bystander
just the third
who
party.
thought it was an interesting situation, and I wanted to hear your thoughts.
You're just stealing.
Of course, this is all I do.
Okay,
I
fine.
walk around life, find things, and steal them.
Except
for AirPods.
If I was person B, is that the one that took the AirPods initially
Yeah.
and then gave back?
Yeah.
If I was person B, I'd demand an apology right now.
Person B, get that.
If you're
apology.
person B, demand an apology. All right? It's not acceptable.
We really smashed through that, didn't we?
We did. We're here resolving issues because
Yeah.
it's happened to someone near you. It's happened to me. I'm sure it's happened to a lot of other people. All right? You know the answer now. You know what to do.
But we want more answers.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for answers constantly.
I'm so hungry for answers right now.
But what's the question?
I'm ravenous.
It's time for the glass truth.
The Glass Truth. Making sense of nonsense.
This is the glass truth. Making sense of nonsense. And tonight, we have Yonny Lee. Yonny, what news have you got for us?
I've got something local,
How local?
as in this country.
Oh, okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
Um,
That's local.
and a little bit more light-hearted because last week's Glass Truth was
Very heavy. I'm so sorry.
very, very heavy.
Yeah.
Right?
I was thinking about it.
If you're in your feels, if you're questioning certain things,
Yonny's here to brighten the mood.
last week's episode, give it a watch. But this week, something quite cute.
Okay.
Okay, and it is quite cute. This news story is located in Pembrokeshire.
No idea where that is.
It's somewhere in the UK, Pembrokeshire, I think. Right. This couple basically had an unexploded missile as like a garden ornament.
Right.
So it was in their garden.
Yeah.
And it's a missile. Now this couple's they've lived in this house for 41 years.
Okay.
So they're both fairly, they're in the older generation, shall we say. And this missile was there before they even went into this house. So this missile has been there for, I think they said almost 100 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they just assumed it had no charge. And it was basically a dummy missile from the First World War. So that's what they assumed, right?
Right.
So it was in their garden. It was kind of the centerpiece. It was like cool. Like people would come and when they've got friends over, the kids will play with it, all of that kind of stuff, right? The police went to their house last week and said this missile needs to be investigated by the Ministry of Defense.
Yeah.
Because it could be
explosive.
It could be explosive,
right.
and the street could be evacuated. Like everyone would have to leave.
Wow.
Okay. They said, if you evacuate the street, this is what they said to the police. If you evacuate the street, the wife and I are not leaving our home. We're staying right here. That's what they said. They put their foot on the ground and they said, you know what? No, we're staying here. Okay?
How is this cute?
Just let me finish.
Sorry,
let me land, bro. Let me
sorry,
land,
sorry.
okay? I'm just on the runway at the moment. Let me land, okay?
Go on.
I
I don't think you should be talking about flying anymore, but carry on.
Okay, sorry, my bad. He also told the bomb disposal unit that if it does go off,
Right.
then we'll, referring to himself and his wife,
Mm-hmm.
we'll go out with it. No, we'll go out with our home and everything with it.
Right.
So if it does go off, they don't care. They want to be in the thick of it because they've had this relationship with this bomb, right? Or this missile, sorry. Since then, they've taken the missile and they've detonated it.
Who has?
The bomb disposal unit.
Right, okay.
They've detonated it. It's a small charge, so it didn't really affect much,
Okay.
but they still detonated it because it was
Right.
still live, right? But he was sad,
Right.
and he hoped for it to go to a nearby museum. But what he said was, it's like an old friend going,
Right.
right? And since the bombs now, or the missiles now not in their garden anymore, they've left a special shrub where the bomb once laid, right? And this brought a tear to my eye, really, because he's had a relationship with this missile, this inanimate object. It's been with him for 41 years. And the way he talked about it, it's like an old friend going. Right? Does that bring a tear to your eye, or is it
for different reasons? For sure.
What reason?
What's going on, people? We need to sort ourselves out. Okay.
As I said, light-hearted news, right? Light-hearted news. And as I said, it brought a tear to my eye because it made me think. Let me ask you a question. Did you have any relationship? And when I say relationship, it can mean anything. It can mean a kind of we go way back type of relationship, or maybe even a romantic relationship. I don't know. I don't know what your fetishes are. Do you know what I mean?
What tickles my fancy?
What tickles your fancy? Or it could be like an arch nemesis type of thing, right?
Right.
Any sort of relationship. But did you have, or have you ever had a relationship with any item, any object, any inanimate thing?
I think there's sentimental value that I can give, like maybe gifts and stuff. When people give me a gift, and I've kept it. My cousin got me a Stanley Kubrick like coffee book once. Okay, it's like huge, it's like this thick. You just open it up, and there's loads of images from the films. That's got a special place in my heart. Okay, this right here has a special place in my heart. Someone gave it to me as a gift. And I've kept it. It's cute.
Let me ask it this way though. Like, do you think it's special because someone gave it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I do, like, for example, right? People who are like really, they call their cars like, oh, her, he, and they like talk about the cars in a certain way. Like, oh, she's running a bit this today.
I do this.
I don't get it, man.
What didn't you get about that?
Because I don't, like, imagine you spoke about your toaster that way. Everyone would think you're insane.
I don't think so.
Really?
If you've got a strong relationship with your toaster, then you can name it. There's nothing wrong with that. I've named my car. I mean, I haven't given it a gender, but I've just assumed
What's the name?
It's a male.
What's the name? What's the name?
Vibey.
Vibey?
That's my car's name. Because the last three letters of the
Don't do that. Don't. No.
Okay.
We're gonna cut that out.
We're gonna cut that out.
We're
not even gonna say it. We're not gonna say it. Don't worry.
You've already said it.
No,
you said the name.
The last three letters.
You said the name.
Vibey is.
You think they can't work it out?
Okay, fine.
I can work it out. Do you want me to say it?
Don't say it. But I've got a relationship with my car, so I don't know what issue do you have? What issue you have with
It's just strange.
Why is it strange?
I don't know. Okay, so there's a movie called Full Metal Jacket, right? Have you heard of it? Speaking about Stanley Kubrick, it's also a Stanley Kubrick film. There's a scene where it's all about the army and stuff, right? It's about going through the boot camp and then going to fight in the Vietnam War. Okay. And while they're at boot camp, they've all got given their guns, right? And they name their guns and they like treat it like it's a woman and they like speak to it like it's a woman because it's just a room full of guys just talking to.
That's pretty hot.
As in,
you don't like that.
If that, what's the word? Rocks your boat, floats your boat. That's the one.
Floats your goat.
Floats your goat. If that floats your goat, sure, go for it.
Right.
For me, it's strange. I don't have that sort of relationship with any inanimate object.
Right. Okay. Well, I do. Sense? Well, I do.
But why?
Because you build a personal relationship with it. So with my car, I mean, my car is probably the third or fourth inanimate object that I've had a relationship with. Okay. And it's, I don't know why. It's because I think this is the question I was going to ask, because obviously this figurine or this figure over here and your Stanley Kubrick one. Yeah. Maybe you have a not relationship, like you.
It's sentimental.
Adore it. It's sentimental because someone's given it to you, right? Yeah. Maybe they attach it.
I don't call the book a name. I don't call that a name.
Okay, but
it's sumo. I call it sumo.
Okay, but I call my car a name
because it is a sumo. Yeah, you can call your car a car.
No, but I don't do that.
Oh, car.
No, that's no. Because the car means more.
What's the other three things that you had? No,
but let me start with the car.
Relationship.
Let me start with the car.
Okay.
Hey, I never said intimate.
Yeah, can we work our way back?
I've never said intimate.
You know what? Start with the car.
Okay, I'll start.
Say the one before. Say the one. We're gonna try and find the root, the cause of all of these issues that you're having.
Let's start with the car because it's the least embarrassing.
Yeah, go on.
Okay. Why do I have a relationship with it? Right. It's because I bought it. It's my first big purchase, I think. Right. So I've got that relationship with it. And also, listen, in many ways, the car is a reflection of me. It's essentially me. It's Asian. right? It's a Toyota.
Toyota named Vibey. If you ever see it, pelt an egg at it.
Hey.
Sorry.
Don't do that to my car. Don't do that to my car.
I didn't mean that. I'm just angry with what you said.
It's an Asian car. It's blue, which is my favorite color.
Okay.
Right? It's small. It's cute.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
Keeps me safe.
Okay.
It's efficient. It's
Right.
quick.
Yeah.
That's what I am.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a reflection of me. And I consider it a friend.
Okay.
Right? So me and Vibey,
You vibe.
we vibe. Right? We've got a thing going on, right? So that's why me and Vibey have a relationship. The one before that is... the one before that's fine. It's my laptop, right?
Mm.
Before my... So I've got a MacBook Air now, but before that I had a MacBook Pro, which lasted about 5 years. It could have lasted about 10, 15 years, but my girlfriend absolutely demolished that laptop. She kicked it while she was sleeping and the screen cracked and I was deeply upset. But I had a relationship with that.
Do you know what it is?
I think she got jealous.
Yeah, 100%.
I think my girlfriend got a bit jealous.
In her sleep as well. That's when the subconscious comes out.
Yeah,
It's
just
like,
like smash.
the way you talk. What did you call the laptop?
I didn't call it anything, but the way I was like touching the laptop.
Caressing it. When your fingertips are just over the
typing, yeah.
keys.
She didn't like the way I was typing on it. Maybe she found it a bit odd, but I used to type really loud on it. And when I opened it, people just like normally watch it, right? I normally hold the back. the back of the laptop. And to be honest, I think she's had a few glimpses of that and was like, you know what, I need to destroy this right now. So that was the third one. The second one, okay, this is where it starts to get a bit embarrassing. The second one was back in year 8. It was a USB.
Right. Oh.
It was my first USB, and this was the time where like USBs like were in fashion. Do you know what I mean? In schools were like, yo, you guys have to buy a USB. And I went to my parents and I was like, yo, Dad, can you like give me
I remember
need to buy a
USB.
And they got me
USBs were in fashion, bro. That's such a crazy statement.
When USBs were in fashion, and they bought me a sick SanDisk, bro. And like it had so much space in it, like the memory.
What are we talking? What kind of space are we talking?
Do you even want to know, bro?
I want to know,
bro. 1 gig.
1 whole gig.
1 whole gig, bro.
My first USB had 4 gig.
Oh,
all right, don't mess with me.
Oh.
And I still didn't have an attachment to it. I was chucking that thing around, kicking it. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Go on.
1 whole gig.
I didn't mean to. No, you can't.
But it met a sad ending. I got robbed, man. Someone stole my USB. Like someone actually from school stole my USB.
But like, were you? You weren't mugged. Someone just took it.
I think someone just took it. Yeah, from my bag.
Hacked into your data.
Yeah, because like
saved ICT homework.
I left my bag in the playground, and then when I came back to my bag was open.
Right.
And my USB was taken. I think, to be honest, before that I was really like flexing about my. I was going around to people and be like, "Yo, SanDisk, come on, bro!" I just got stolen that.
If they'd known about my 4 gig, they would have.
Mate,
I was a target.
Did you keep it quiet?
I kept it so quiet.
Okay, you did the smart thing right there. If you got good things, don't flex it. All right. Okay. So that was my second.
You're walking around school saying you got a 1 gig USB.
brand new, fresh, black and white, 1 gig SanDisk USB. And I was, I thought I was a talk of the town. I thought I was.
Oh yeah, you will be now.
I thought I was literally. So yeah, that was my second one, and the first one was a teddy bear that I had back in the day. Solomon. That was my teddy bear's name.
I'm just thinking about if I had teddy bears and stuff. I think I did. We had a big Winnie the Pooh.
I'm guessing no relationship with Winnie the Pooh.
But it was big. It was like
one of the big ones.
One of the big ones.
Right.
Yeah, we just kept it in like a cupboard.
Why?
We'd open it, we'd just look at it, and just close the cupboard again.
That's so weird.
Why? No one. We don't have time for Winnie the Pooh.
Okay. Fine. But yeah, what's the moral of the story?
Tell me more about Solomon.
Solomon.
Yeah, before we get to the moral, because I want to know what the real moral is.
Solomon was a good boy.
How long did you have Solomon for?
For about 4 years.
What ages? Do you remember getting him?
Yeah, got him brand new.
Right.
Not as like
Toys R Us?
not as like a present. Actually, I got him from Hyundai.
Oh,
because my dad bought a new car
they gave you a teddy with it.
from Hyundai, and they gave a teddy bear, and the teddy bear had like a Hyundai shirt on it.
Right.
So it wasn't just a teddy bear; it was a one with a Hyundai shirt. And yeah, man, that shirt I was instantly like, I just loved it. So I just kept it, slept with me for a few years, and I don't know what, it just disappeared one day.
Just disappeared.
It just disappeared. I think my parents probably threw it away.
As they should.
No, excuse me.
Sorry.
Excuse me.
Do you ever think about Toy Story?
I do.
And if Solomon's just walking around somewhere looking for you,
yeah, Paddington.
crying, still crying. Is Paddington? I don't know. I haven't seen the Paddington movies. I know he likes marmalade. But is he a toy come to life? I thought he's an actual bear.
He probably is an actual bear, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fine. Toy Story. Yeah, I think, I don't know, in my dreams, I'm hoping he has a good life. He's probably still around.
Imagine how your girlfriend would feel if Solomon came back.
Yeah, I'm just hoping she doesn't watch this episode, because I don't want her to know about Solomon. I don't need any more questions about Solomon. Or, to be honest, all of these things met a very sad demise. Right? Solomon got binned, USB got stolen, a MacBook got absolutely destroyed.
Hey, Vibey's going to be okay.
Hey, Vibey's
Right.
one for life, right?
We're all going to look after Vibey, make
Come
sure
on.
nothing happens to...
Don't throw eggs in my car, please.
Don't throw eggs at his car.
Please don't.
We're going to clip it and make sure we don't say this, but for the longer video viewers, don't throw eggs at his car, okay?
Please.
I think that was the GrassTooth.
That is the GrassTooth.
So, our good friend, Mr. Rumblesnacks,
Yes.
has been watching some Tamil films.
Oh, wow. He's a man of culture, isn't
He's
he?
a man of great culture.
Yeah.
I had a stack of Tamil films, right? There were 10 DVDs maybe. My granddad, we got them for my granddad.
Okay.
They're all like older films from like the 60s, 70s sort of thing. And like half of them were religious films. They were all about like the Hindu gods and like things they got up to back in the day when they were about. And I don't know if you know how it works, but like there's basically like one big spirit god. And that spirit god is shown through different things, such as there's the three main guys. Do you know them?
Elephant?
No. Good try though.
Is he not one of them?
As in, he's one of like he's
Hare Krishna.
Next.
Is it the main
Vishnu.
one? Vishnu.
Hare Krishna's a version of Vishnu.
Okay. The other one's alias Caesar.
Alias Caesar
Alias
is one.
Caesar.
Yeah.
And
Brahma, the
that's
creator.
the one. Yep.
Vishnu, the protector, and Shiva, the destroyer.
Oh, I know them.
Yeah.
I know them.
And each of these gods, they have their consorts, their wives. So Brahma has a wife called Saraswati. Vishnu has a wife called Lakshmi. And Shiva has a wife called Parvati or Durga. And each of these wives, they also represent different facets. So Saraswati is the goddess of music and knowledge. Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. And Parvati is the goddess of like courage, bravery, womanhood, you know? Bravery and courage and womanhood. She's the goddess of all three.
Right.
And one of these films, it was about these three goddesses. They get a bit, their egos get a bit poked.
Right.
And they're like, we need to know who's the best out of us three.
Okay.
So they decide to do a challenge. You know, before all the YouTube challenges and stuff, Hindu goddesses were doing challenges. Would you look at that?
Beta Squad.
Beta Squad. Step up your game, Beta Squad.
Come on, guys.
And what they do is they each pick a person.
Okay.
Saraswati chooses a guy who can't speak and is a bit like, challenged. Lakshmi chooses a beggar girl.
Okay.
And Parvati chooses a coward.
Right, okay.
And they bestow them with powers of knowledge, wealth, and bravery to each of them and see who does the best, who prospers the most.
Right, okay.
Now, Bloomington, having seen this film, gets inspired. And he's asked me to ask you.
Okay.
If you had to pick one of these attributes, knowledge, wealth, or courage, which one would you go for?
Which one? Does it, if I choose one of them, does it just expand on what I've got at the moment? If that makes sense. I don't like lose anything else. So for example, if I went with intelligence, I don't lose the level of courage I have. Or do I just go, do I become a coward essentially?
No, it's just where you're at now.
It just enhances.
Enhances,
Okay.
yeah.
So was it intelligence,
Wealth.
intelligence, wealth, and courage?
Yeah. Okay, you know what? The other attributes, they go down a bit.
A little bit now.
Yeah. It's not just the what am I lacking?
Okay.
Let's increase that. The others, they get not halved, but like a third gets decreased.
Really? Oh, a third?
A third.
I think for me, it just depends on if I increase one of them,
Mm.
right? Does that compensate for the other two?
Mm.
I think that's the key thing that I'm trying to analyze in my head. I'm getting the data
So
ready.
let's say, right, your knowledge. Let's say your IQ.
Just shoots up.
No, it's at 120. Right?
Okay.
Goes up to like 150.
Okay.
Or if you decide not to choose it, goes down to like 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm.
Let's say you got a milli. It go up to 10 milli. Or it goes down to 500k.
Okay.
Bravery. Let's say you're at like a, brave boy.
You're a brave boy.
You're a brave boy.
You're a brave boy.
We a brave man.
Oh.
Or a brave baby.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Oh, that's a tough one. I'm trying to look at myself and determine what I am at the moment. Right?
Yeah.
In terms of wealth, no.
Mm.
In terms of intelligence, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm alright with it.
Yeah.
In terms of courage, I'm sometimes a massive pussy. I'm scared of spiders.
Even robotic spiders.
Even robotic spiders. No, that just makes me angry. But I'm still scared of them.
Horror films.
Horror films is not
Heights.
me.
What else?
Heights. Darkness. Just. Why are you laughing, man? Stop laughing. So I'm just getting some heckling in the background. So if I miss out on courage, then I become an even bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if that's a good look. But
like, how much would choosing courage? How much would that change your life? You think?
That's the question.
But then there's also like, how the luck favors the bold type thing.
Mm-hmm.
The more like bold you are in your
get out
decisions and
Yeah.
you do the things you want to do.
But then if I choose intelligence, does that kind of offset that? So if I'm intelligent,
but you're scared, it's almost like a paranoia with whatever you do,
right?
you're so aware.
You're too in your head and like
Yeah.
you don't really
Yeah.
start something because like you're constantly analyzing.
Yeah.
If you look at it that way, then maybe it's not the best.
Second guessing yourself constantly.
Well, wealth solves a lot of problems.
But you're happy being your own words, a dumb pussy.
I didn't say that. No, but I think, listen, like, when people say like, money doesn't make you happy.
Yeah.
Well, money makes things easier, right?
And easy means you're happy.
And I think that'll make you happy. I know.
I think
it depends. For me, it depends what your life ambitions are, right? I think for me, my life ambitions. I mean, wealth is one thing. Don't get me wrong, and it'll be nice to have good wealth and be comfortable, and be able to provide for your family and your future generations and stuff. But ultimately, I want to be happy, and what would make me happy? The boldness part of it is actually. Now that you've mentioned it, it actually is quite important, I think, because if you're constantly scared to do something, like I think the constant fear and the constant second guessing, I don't think that makes your life happier or easier. And I think with a lot of courage, like you can do good things, if that makes sense.
Do you mean good things, or do you mean like
the things you want to do? The things you want to do, because often at times, like you're kind of scared to do something, because you just you just constantly question yourself. You're like, am I good enough to do this? But if you have the courage and it just boosts it up, if you're what do you call a brave man, then you know what I mean. Like you can do anything. And a lot of brave people who aren't intelligent are doing good stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you know how people like who like internet personalities who come across as stupid, are they actually stupid ultimately? Like, they're earning lots of money, that I don't know if they're happy, but like they've done something which arguably they kind of enjoyed, right? So courage, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's a tough question. It's tough. I think for now, I'll probably earmark it on courage. I think. Especially, I think with me, courage is probably my weakest asset at the moment. So if I boost up my courage, I think.
But you're happy to take a hit on the other two?
That's the other question. Is that just an immediate hit, or is that a permanent hit?
No, it's do
you get me? So like, if I take a bit of a hit on the wealth, but then I ultimately make it back.
Yeah, you can make it back.
I can make it back,
but you can't make knowledge back.
You can just read books.
What if?
I mean, knowledge is harder, but again, it just depends. What's your future ambition? Is your future ambition to be academically intellectual? That's not one of my goals. Do you know what I mean? I think that the ship sailed on that one. My ultimate goal is just to be happy, man. Just to be happy, enjoy my life, do something I want to do. And I think bravery is a big part of that. I think wealth is an easy path. But I think without intelligence and bravery, that wealth immediately gets cut down. You lose it. So I think with bravery, I think it means you'll keep doing something, you'll keep trying, and I think you'll get there ultimately. So I'll go for bravery.
Okay, let's say the other two aspects you don't lose anything.
You don't lose them.
Which one would you go for then?
Probably wealth.
Easy answer.
Easy answer, bro. Wealth, man.
Wow, but as soon as we talk about taking a hit, it changes.
I think taking a hit changes, because they're three very important traits, I think, or things or attributes, right? Yeah. So if you're taking like pretty significant hits, then I think that changes the game a bit. But what about you? What's your take on it?
I strangely think I'm in a similar situation to you, where I could do with a lot more courage. But I don't know. I think taking a hit on the knowledge would be too much for me.
Because you're known for your knowledge.
Who knows me?
Me.
Yeah. Are we friends because I'm a smart boy, clever boy?
Yeah.
Would we not be friends anymore if I wasn't so clever?
Yeah. Okay. So if you took a hit on intelligence, I don't know if we can continue with the GrassTooth podcast. I think that's the only thing. No, but just in terms of I think just generally your interests and stuff, they require intelligence.
No, I think,
do you know what I mean? Like,
I think even though I'd like the courage, probably go intelligence, knowledge.
Right.
Could do a lot more. Easy answer.
So intelligence.
Intelligence is.
Okay. Why are you sighing?
It's just I'm thinking about it because I do value knowledge a lot, and whether it's the others take a hit or not, I'd still go with knowledge.
Right. Okay. But like, your knowledge, you want to do things with your knowledge, obviously, right? Like, obviously, if you guys don't know, this guy is
Done.
Okay.
We're gonna cut that out. We'll go into
okay, fine. But you want to use your knowledge for something, no?
Yeah.
But then if you lose out on bravery, then just don't you think nothing's gonna happen?
Yeah, I agree. But then what if I become this person, as in if it does take a hit, I'd become this person that's scared to do the things, like apply that knowledge and take risks.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Someone called me brave once.
Really?
Yeah.
For what reason?
It was my therapist. They said you're a brave person. So I said, oh, didn't know that.
That's all right.
That's all right.
That's a good compliment.
I'll take it.
Let me give you one scenario though, because obviously you take a hit on bravery and wealth if you choose intelligence, right? But let's say you chose bravery. You take a hit on intelligence, right? Let's forget wealth for now.
Yeah.
You take a hit on intelligence, which is something that you value a lot, right? Or you value the most. You take a bit of a hit on it, but do you not think you can bring it back with your bravery?
I don't know. there is this whole thing about like most of the things, like your brain is constantly learning until like the age of like 30 or something, 35, 40. The age changes.
Mm-hmm.
But once it reaches that limit, like it doesn't expand any further.
You can't teach an old dog
New tricks.
new tricks. Not calling you an old dog. by
No,
the way,
no. Message duly received. Do you remember how this
I'm scared
episode
brave
started?
now.
Do you know how this episode started? We were giggling.
Yes.
Yeah, and this is how it's gonna end, with you calling me an old dog.
At least you learn. Oh, you can't learn any new tricks, unfortunately. But at least you know how to speak French. That's pretty good, right? That's what we found out in this episode. Well,
is there anything you're looking forward to?
The end of this podcast.
Apart from that, beyond that, look beyond the end of the podcast.
I can hear some jingling in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christmas is on its way. What have you got planned?
Absolutely nothing.
Really?
Absolutely nothing.
What do you like to do around Christmas time?
Just have a good time with the family, with the missus, with the friends. Obviously, we're linking up
We are linking
this
up.
week for a little
Get
Christmas
together.
festive get together with our close friends.
Yeah.
Looking forward to that. But aside from that, really, just good presents, good vibes, good food.
What's your like Christmas meal?
Christmas meal. I mean, you can't go wrong with a nice roast. No.
What's the roast? What's the meat
Turkey,
choice?
mate,
Turkey. We never do turkey.
What do you do? Chicken?
Chicken and lamb.
Chicken and lamb? Ooh,
We're always lamb.
really?
You know us.
Not a turkey man?
I used to have. I think the only times I've had turkeys is when it's like school dinners.
Right. Okay. Not a fan.
Outside of that, I didn't mind it,
But
the rest of the family hate it. They said it's too dry.
oh, what's your favorite part of a nice Christmas dinner? And I know that depends on what you actually have, but what's the thing that is just let's take out the meat,
Yeah, I've got two.
the sides around it.
There's so many things.
Mm.
I've got two like big hitters.
Okay.
Yorkshire pudding. I feel like is the staple.
Staple.
It's the staple. It's the thing that brings everything together. Do you agree with that?
I agree. I look forward to Yorkshire pudding the most, and
Yeah.
you know when they put it on the basket in the middle of the table,
Yeah.
and like I'm always eyeing it up because there's always like it just goes so quickly because people take like 2 or 3 on their plate, and I'm just like, bruh, like I've been eyeing those up.
I've got a story about Yorkshire puddings for you.
Stop.
Why?
Say no more.
Why?
We're gonna save this for the Christmas special.
Tune in next week.
You want to hear about this story? Oh, it's a juicy story. All right, as juicy as the gravy we eat. Okay, so we're saving this one. All right, save this one, bro. All right, it's not the time. It's not the right time. Okay, save it for next week.
Listen,
all right,
like, subscribe. We're on all the platforms. You know them: TikTok, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and
9 3/4. We're on that platform
9.
as well.
And for now, that is a wrap. Thank you for sharing this time with us. We love you.
Good night.
Dun 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 dun.